All right, welcome back to Building in Public. We're on episode 7 here. It is Wednesday, February 18th, 2026. And we got a few things we're going to go into that we've been dealing with over the last week or so. Just a quick overview, and then we'll dive deeper into these. I shot my launch. If you don't know what a launch is, it's where I sit down, agents sit down with this man right here. He owns a video agency, and we shoot 24 to 48 YouTube videos in just a couple of days to basically batch all of our content for the next 6 months, which is really cool. So I did that last week. I also attended a Christian real estate event that I got some really cool nuggets out of. I want to share a few things with those or about that. And then just like stacking testimonials and getting people to go through Digital Real Estate Academy, which is obviously what we focus on this channel here. So yeah.
So let's talk about
let's jump in.
The testimonials. Or no, we want to go in order, right?
It doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, we can bounce around.
Okay, yeah. So let's start off by talking about. Do you want to start with your launch?
Yeah, for sure.
I think this was the most productive launch we had, and that's obviously the product we sell at the agency. Like AJ said, we automate your YouTube marketing for half a year. But we came into this one, specifically you, with the most intention we ever had. We want to talk about some of the tweaks we made compared to the last 6 months.
Yeah, for sure. So as far as what I did this time was focus a lot more on pre-production. And what that means is just everything that is done before you sit down and film. After doing this for so many years now, that is the most crucial point in filming videos as a realtor and also as just anybody, if you're posting on YouTube, is all of the prep work that you do before you sit down and shoot. And this time, I really... For multiple weeks, I sat down and dialed in a strategy. Instead of just focusing on like, hey, what's a cool idea or concept for this video? And then like, using that same thought process for each video. I really looked at this launch, this time to sit down and, batch content as a full-blown strategy. How does every single one of these 48 videos that I'm going to be posting over the next 6 months work in congruence with each other to convert at a higher level? That's the big thing that I'm focused on right now is higher conversions, not necessarily vanity metrics like likes and views and things like that. So there's a good mix. And that's one of the changes is I really implemented a really just solid strategy this time. And we've talked about CTAs a lot, calls to action. This is the first time ever that I've sat down and shot a launch, shot new content for my YouTube channel, where CTAs are where they're supposed to be, and it leads to a lead magnet, which will help me get leads and get people to convert, even if they're not ready right this second. So super pumped about that. Over the next few months and stuff, we'll probably share some results of that and how it's performing. But scripts were dialed in, strategy was dialed in. We've got CTAs, we got conversion mechanisms dialed in. I think it was going to be a really good launch.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that I want to share is like the intention behind every video, every script, the flow of the scripts was extremely, I guess the word that I want to use is intentional. Don't just get on YouTube and start posting videos. Like you need to be very diligent in that. So whether it's with AJ or anyone I work with on the agency side of things, we spend so much time like really being intentional with every video we put out and how we put them out. So obviously like they can almost follow along and kind of see the changes we're making. The first video from, this is Wednesday the 18th, we filmed 2 days ago on the 16th. Next week, we'll already have videos going live from this launch, and it'll be kind of cool. So if you're watching this and you've been following our story as we build our businesses, like your YouTube channel is a great reference point.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything he does, every script, every idea was pre-planned and very intentional. So it'll be cool to see this roll out and the difference it'll make. So.
Titles, descriptions, CTAs, hooks, everything was thought about. So study. If you want to study this stuff, I know we're talking about how we're growing everything in this particular video, but if you want to study YouTube, go back and look at content on my YouTube channel, AJ Butler Life in Fort Lauderdale, from like a year or two ago, and then watch these new videos and see how we're tweaking things as we go.
Yep.
The second thing is this real estate event that I attended virtually yesterday. I got some really good nuggets out of it as I was just going throughout my day and working and stuff. And one of the main things that I want to talk about here is this nugget that I got on serving over selling. Okay. And I think that's extremely important to realize that even though we do a high volume of videos, it's important that we do realize that one video has a massive impact. And if you go into making that video as not just a marketing tool or just to get a video up, if you really think about it as, hey, how am I serving the person on the other side of the screen from this video? I think that puts you in a good headspace when you're making it, and it kind of forces quality because that's what this is. That's actually why, I don't know if you've been following along, but I canceled a launch a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's because of this right here. I wanted to make sure every single video was serving the person on the other side of the screen, and I wasn't 100% ready. And I just want to continue making that a focus in my business and, take away from this video that serving over just hard sells and weird tactics, like just be you, be human, and serve the other person on the side of on the other side of the screen over just overstimulating content that gets views.
Yeah, and I think a key point here is don't create selfish or like inward-facing content. We're not creating content just to generate leads. Every video we put out, we're genuinely trying to give them information that can help them make a qualified and confident decision. Because these people are obviously, some of them moving from out of state, some of them are selling their homes. Like whether the information in the video itself can help with that, or the lead magnet or the resource that we're providing these people can genuinely help them make that decision and make that transition, whatever that looks like for them, in a trusted, confident way, whether they work with you or not.
Absolutely.
So that's how you should be thinking about it. Don't just think about yourself and your business and leads. Think about actually helping people. And if you lead with that, that's a very good long-term mindset to adopt as you get into this, because with the volume of videos we put out, it's easy to look to the left and right and see what gets views and all this stuff. But like, really think about how you can help the person that you're trying to attract to your business. Like, really think about, okay, whether I physically help them with the sale or the relocating, they have enough information to do that themselves if they want. And then if they want to work through you, that's cool too. So that's a really important mindset to have, is create consumer forward or consumer facing content and not selfish or inward facing content. Yeah,
for sure. If you put enough goodwill out there, I think that just the laws of the universe and God and all of that, I think it'll come back to you. So I think that's extremely important. And also just one more quick note, substance quality over just production quality is something to lean into here as well. You can have the prettiest videos in the world. We make some really cool looking videos, but if the substance quality isn't good, it's not going to get you business, So,
correct, yeah.
So that's one last note that I wanted to make on that. The next is just like stacking testimonials for Digital Real Estate Academy, which is our community for video focused agents, YouTube focused agents. And that's a focus that we have particularly on this business and with this channel right now, is getting people to go through and actually experiencing what we've built and giving us feedback. That way we can implement some new things that need to be said and just continue updating the product, So yeah, that's what we're focusing on this week and last. Any notes on that real quick?
No, I think you pretty much covered it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of things going on. We're getting multiple people coming into the community on a weekly basis now. My YouTube channel is cranking. This Digital Real Estate Academy YouTube channel is cranking. We've got some great value out there. Any last words or anything before we wrap this up?
I don't think so. I guess I want to end it by saying, we create these videos to document our process of like building this business, but we want to give you guys an inside look as to the way that we're going about everything, because it's applicable to what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
In really any industry, but like specifically your real estate business and getting on YouTube. So with Digital Real Estate Academy specifically, as we continue to build, we're transparent with the way that we're updating and restructuring things. And a lot of what we're doing today is taking a 30,000 foot view at our community and restructuring things like pricing, how people go from free to paid.
It really goes back to the value that we were talking about a second ago.
Correct. Yeah. That's
right.
Exactly it.
We want to make sure that there is legitimate value inside of the community, and we do that by way of getting people through, getting feedback, and updating as we go. Because we're not just doing this to do it. We're doing this to genuinely impact other agents and help them get on YouTube. So I guess that's a good stopping point.
Yeah, I think that's a great stopping point for this week. If you're enjoying these types of videos, like, we highly encourage you to subscribe and support the channel, because keeps us motivated and keeps the wheels spinning. So with that being said, that wraps up Building in Public episode number 7. We'll see you guys next week.